Are you looking to leave your job and buy a business? Today we're going to be looking at one of the big objections or the big challenges or dances you have to go through when you buy a business, which is I need a job to live, and I'm a good person, therefore I want to actually do something for my job while I'm looking for my business that I want to buy. So we're going to think through that today and hopefully give you some clarity. I've been there, I know exactly what that feels like. There's two ways to think about this. One is you stay in your job until you have enough money, you found the perfect opportunity. Yes, difficult because you have a lot of juggling to do, and you simply leave and you buy the business. Okay? Super simple, not that complicated, right? Just super easy, just buy a business, there you go, and you can leave. So in the dance of figuring out how to do this, this is what I see a lot of people do. I see them desperate to leave their current situation, and the grass is always greener on the other side, right? Like I don't have any time outside of my job. It doesn't allow me to be on the internet, or I have to work every hour of the day. Insert excuse here, but there's always some limitation, which means that the grass is greener, and so I can't do this with my job at all. And so what I see a lot of people do is they're desperate to jump ship. And so what they may do is they may move to another job, new job, okay? And so they think the grass is greener, so this will allow me more time. This will give me the capacity to start looking for businesses to network. And then from there, this is a stepping stone. This is stepping stone one. So they think to themselves, I'm making progress. And then from there, they end up going down to buy a business. Now, there's a reason I put this not on the same level here, is I have found that often the new job is a red herring. It's something that gives you that little bit of hit of dopamine. You know, I've achieved something, I've moved towards my goal. The reason I think this is dangerous for probably 80% of people is that there are risks here. This will give you new risks. So what are these risks? It's ultimately an unknown. Yes, you've read the job description, but you don't really know what the time commitments are. You don't really know who your colleagues are. You don't fully know who your management's going to be, more than likely. And so there's a lot of risks that come into this. Plus, it takes time to get up to speed with a new job. So unknown, time, managers, colleagues, unknown, totally unknown. All of this, I think, more often than not, actually takes away from moving from where you are now to just straight to buying a business. No matter what job you've got, you will have pros and cons to that job. And there will be some pros to your job. Maybe it's that you make a lot of money. And so maybe you could, I don't know, bring someone else in to help you find a business. I don't know, but there may be a positive there. You make a lot of money. Maybe it doesn't pay very much, but actually you get a lot of time. Let's get another piece of paper, and I want to think through this. Like, I used to make an excuse that my existing job, it was a great training ground, but the hours, it was project-based. So I was working on bankruptcy cases. So if this is like normality, let's just say this is the line of normality, my project work that I used to do with my job, it would be nothing, you know, waiting for a job to come in. Oh, okay, and then like this, and then, you know, project ends and I'm down, and then up like this. And this was my life. In these pieces here, I would just think to myself, man, I cannot wait to leave my job. I don't want to do this anymore. And look, it wasn't the people I was working with, they were great, and the work was challenging for sure, but like in these periods, which went on for long periods of time, I just thought it's not worth it. I'm missing my family, I'm away, I'm on the road, I'm doing so much travel. But actually I had some really good benefits to my job. For me, I had these sections of time here when I was between projects, and so I made sure that I did more to further my pursuit when I had my downtimes. Now, you may not have a job like me. Let's look at another scenario. Maybe you have a job where you've been doing it for a long time, so you know you're good at it, and maybe you can fill and do a really good job 5 days a week. Now, my job wasn't like this because of the project nature, but maybe I know lots of people that have this kind of job where they can now fill in maybe 3 hours a day, knowing that they've done a good job with their day job, that they can start looking for businesses here. And that is a real blessing. If you move to a new job, you may not have this. Sometimes I think we can get so emotional and jump to something else thinking it's going to be better, and it truly isn't. And the grass is actually greener where you water it, and you can find opportunity in where you are right now. When I was considering buying a business, when I had the peak moments of my projects, I was considering everything. Like, I remember telling my wife one day, I said, I'm gonna leave my high-flying corporate job and I'm gonna go and just drive for Uber. There's nothing against Uber, I like driving. I actually think I'd be quite a good Uber driver, but that wouldn't have made any sense at all, because then I would have been constantly working because my pay would come down. So to match my family's financial needs, I would have been working even more hours, so I would have had no time whatsoever. So actually, the grass was greener where I watered it, and in the off project periods, I was able to do little more networking and pushing my goals forward to be able to ultimately buy that business. So I hope this helps in some way. Ultimately, what I'm trying to communicate is from the cases that I've seen and also from my personal situation. Most people want to jump to a new job before jumping to buy a business, but what I've seen is that actually delays the process. All of that time and energy that you could have been using to buy a business, you actually put into the new job, and so you delay ultimately the end goal, which is buying the business. So I would encourage probably 80% of you to stay where you are and look for the opportunity in what you have already. I think this will be a faster route to buying a business for many of you. And if you're interested in some hand-holding along your journey, My Inner Circle is the place to do it. We are a growing community of small business buyers and investors. We help one another buy businesses, help people leave their jobs, and then also once they bought the business, help them grow the business, systematize the business, and provide a support network. So we all do this together. It's a great place. It's what I wish I had when I started buying businesses. If you're interested in that, please book a discovery call with me below, and I look forward to speaking with you.